All the medical skills available can't help save a life if rescuers aren't able to get to their victim. Shortly after 12 noon on March 28, 1994, emergency workers in Denton, Texas received just such a call.
Okay, County 911. Oh, you gotta hurry up. I'm in my house. What's happening? I think I'm having an allergic reaction to some antibiotics. Okay, stay on the phone with me. Just a moment.
Sheriff's dispatcher Karen Loader took the call.
Hang on. I need antibiotics.
Okay, 168 Hilltop Road. Okay.
Allergic reaction. You still there?
Unit, stand by for me.
But the line went dead. When there's a severe allergic reaction, death can be the result if help is not obtained quickly.
When we continue.
Okay, how old are you?
My main concern was that her mom could be dying. And my immediate reaction, once I got an ambulance on the way, was to attempt to reestablish contact with my caller. I was dialing the phone when another 911 line came in.
County 911.
Yeah, Mama's sick.
Okay, are you at 168 Hilltop?
Yeah.
Okay, is your mama's name Patricia Thrash?
I now knew that my caller was not alone in the house, that at least there was a child there.
An ambulance on the way. Is Mommy breathing?
No.
She's not?
You put in her pants.
Huh?
You put it in her pants.
Okay, how old are you?
3.
3? Are you there by yourself?
Yeah.
There's nobody else there, just you and Mom?
My main concern for this child was that her mom could be dying and that she would be alone in the house, because with an allergic reaction, you don't have a whole lot of time.
Dad too.
Okay, where is he?
He's at work.
Okay. What's his name?
Mike.
Mike Thrash?
Yeah.
Do you know where he works?
He works at his church.
At his church?
Uh-huh.
Is he a preacher?
No. He's a dad.
He's a dad?
We have a 3-year-old child on the phone. The mother is not breathing.
Sheriff's deputy Andy Formicello was on patrol when the call came in.
The area where I was dispatched to is semi-rural. The numbers on mailboxes are supposed to run in a specific order, but often they do not. Numbers have been changed, or they just have not put the number on the box at all. So we have a great deal of trouble finding locations out there.
What's your name?
My mom calls me Allie.
Allie? Where is Mommy?
What, just sleeping?
Huh?
She's in here sleeping on her pillow.
Okay, is she in bed?
No, she's sleeping on the floor like a little pig.
When she described the breathing as Mom was laying there like a little pig, I had to go on the assumption that her breathing was very labored, and I felt my own heart jump.
Can you hand the phone to Mommy?
Mama didn't feel good.
Can the phone reach her?
No. When someone's sick, you call 911.
Allie, I need to talk to Mommy.
Yeah, I called you.
Yeah, I know, but I need to talk to her some more.
I was concerned that perhaps her mother was at that point not breathing.
Denton fire paramedic Don Lauer and his partners had been dispatched to the scene.
We haven't yet found 168B. Can you give us any other landmarks?
Knowing that each minute that ticked by could be critical for this patient, I became very impatient because I could not find this address, and Hilltop Road is about 5 miles long.
I don't know where we are.
We knew we were close, but close doesn't count.
Can you tell me what color your house is, Allie? What color is your house?
Blue and white. Miss Karen asked me what color my house was. I told her it was blue and white.
You live in a house or in a trailer, Allie?
In a house.
In a house, okay.
I was hoping that Allie could give me some sort of a landmark, a building, a fence line, almost anything that could give my deputies and the fire department personnel in the area something to aim for.
What color is Mommy's car?
Red.
Red? Are you where you can see outside?
Here outside. The car's outside.
The car's outside? There's a red car outside.
No.
Okay.
The cow is outside.
The cow?
Yeah.
Do you have a cow?
I don't have a cow.
But you see cows outside? Huh?
There's one cow. There's one cow.
Hearing that there was just cows when she looked out her window, I was ready to just throw my hands in the air and hope for a psychic to appear.
Can you hear anything? Can you hear any sirens?
No.
No?
I'm going to tell my mom I called the doctor.
Well, that's real good, honey. We'll tell Mommy in a little bit, okay? We're trying to get some help there, but I can't really tell where you are.
I'm at home.
Okay.
I saw the red car in the driveway and shouted down to the EMS personnel that this was probably the house.
Over here. Sheriff's Department.
Is there anyone there at your house? There is? No, not by. Just go open the door, honey. She's coming. She's coming.
It's there. My mama said.
Wake up.
They're in the house.
When I heard the deputy's voice and the paramedics come in the house and heard them calling Mrs. Thrash, I was just so relieved.
Within 16 minutes of the initial call for help, the rescue workers arrived on the scene.
She was red from head to toe, and her breathing was shallow.
Have you taken some drugs?
When a person is in anaphylactic shock, they can go from life to a death situation very rapidly.
All right, let's get some high flow oxygen on her. 15 liters.
We had asked her if she had been bitten by an insect, and the one word she was able to utter to us was Keflex. And that told us right away it was an antibiotic type drug that she was prescribed.
While Deputy Formicellis stayed with Allie, paramedics radioed Denton Regional Medical Center, where emergency physician Randy Parks was on duty.
Medical control. When the paramedics encountered this patient, she appeared very ill and likely not to survive.
So respirations are 16 and shallow.
I think that this case would have resulted in a fatality for the mother if the child had not called 911.
36-year-old Lynn Thrash was treated at the hospital and released that same day.
What's that mean? Give me a kid.
Lynn will always be indebted to her 3-year-old daughter, Allie.
First thing I did when I saw Allie was give her a huge hug and kiss and just praised her and thanked her and told her how proud I was of her and that because of her, Mama was alive.
Eskimo kiss. Eskimo kiss?
Yeah.
Eskimo kiss.
I just don't have words for how wonderful I feel about what she did.
We was camping, wasn't
Look at Jason right there.
My mama's so proud of me.
That's fine.
Mama said, thank you for saving my life. Where's your Bernie? I love my mommy and I'm glad she's okay.
Oh no, what do I do?
Let's get my Bernie.
Your turn.
Lynn's husband, Mike, is also very grateful.
I just want to thank all the people that helped to find my house, the officers that were there, the ambulance people that was there, and of course the 911 operator. She was great.
No, this way.
I couldn't believe she kept Allie on the phone for over 20 minutes, but it worked out for the best.
The reason the rescue workers had so much trouble finding the Thrash family's house was that it had a different address on it.
Everyone needs to be aware of the fact that their home and their mailbox need to be numbered, their name needs to be on their mailbox, the number needs to be on the house.
1, 2, 3, go under.
All right, buddy, give me up.
She did something that was just really great, something that you really don't expect out of a 3-year-old.
Are you gonna hold your breath?
I'm about the proudest dad in the whole world of a little girl that I love very much.